can see with your character in the movie, even a superhero needs an assistant. And you know, the last one, Jervis, became an Avengers. So who knows? Would you like to be one?
Look, being an Avenger, the wage for being an Avenger seems to be really nondescript. And Mason, being a mercenary is somewhat, I guess, financially motivated. So if they could work in some kind of remuneration for being an Avenger, I'm sure he'd be up for it.
And which one would be your superpower eventually?
I don't know. If you could choose one, I've been thinking I'd like the superpower of being able to stop time. That could be
You're really wise in the movie, so maybe you can be, the wise guy.
Right, I could just give like smart answers to stuff like that.
Yeah, and that's it.
Yeah, exactly. Just be like a smart Alex.
And the movie is full of badass female characters who fight against the patriarchy. Which is the message behind the movie, and how much do we need a movie like this one in this moment?
I think like female-led dramas, to be honest, I tell you one of the things that I think is most, progressive about this movie is that we've got a female director, a fantastic female director. And what Marvel did here is they saw this brilliant talent doing relatively small movies and said, we're going to give her the keys to the Marvel car. And it just kind of goes to show sometimes the complaint, the reason why we don't give access to people who, women or ethnic minorities is, no one has the requisite experience. They haven't, but it just shows what happens when you invest in talent, when you believe in talent, they produce very often incredible works of art. And so that's what I really take from the movie.
There is something inside the movie. They say, what is an Avengers when you need one? And it's a funny thing to say, but it's actually true. What do we need more? An hero or our normal people trying to do the right thing?
You know what? I think sometimes we're, as human beings, attracted to the idea of individual heroes, right? Like say Martin Luther King or something like that. But actually, if you look at, for example, the civil rights movement, it was a community movement. Community is how change is made. And I think more and more that we can bandy together, we can kind of organize and mobilize ourselves into like groups. This is how we can make effective change. And so I think, especially in local politics, I think that's a much more effective way of thinking about how to change things, is finding like-minded people and banding together.
Finally, we discovered the past of Natasha and their beautiful story. I mean, the movie, it's a lot to process. It's an action inside, it's a comedy. And how did you keep the balance between everything?
By always trying to make Natasha's story resonate. So even if she's not on the screen, we're still thinking about her. The film has to be about Natasha Romanoff and what she's gone through. Even if we're with Alexei or with Melina, we have to hold her as the central character. And also the themes running through the film, that all of the themes had to be solid and pushed and massaged so that even the fight sequences resonated with the drama sequences and that the comedy had pathos. The scripting was the hardest part.
And the movie is full of badass female characters who fight against the patriarchy. Which is the message behind the movie, and how much do we need a movie like this one in this moment?
Well, I think all of us as women, a lot of the conversations that have been had in the last, say, 4 or 5 years, we've been having those conversations with each other or in our head because we've all been through these situations ourselves. So I think the film has to reflect on real women's lives. But also Natasha Romanoff is like the poster girl because she's been trafficked, she's been controlled, she's had her body, and she's been given a forced hysterectomy. It's like she's the answer to Me Too. She says, I'll take you all with me. And I think that was really beautiful, that she could lead us and she could go and help these other girls and remind us that we're stronger together.
She's the one who put the Avengers together again. So she saved us, actually. There is something inside the movie. Where is an Avengers when you need one? it's a funny thing to say in an Avengers movie, but actually it seems like real, because what do we need more, a hero or normal people trying to do the right thing?
I think we need normal people trying to do the right thing, because they're actually the heroes. And I think that's partly what this film is saying, that it's her humanity, it's her heart that makes her a hero. It's not that she has superpowers, it's that she fights for all of us. And that's a beautiful thing.
And did you keep anything away from the set as a souvenir?
Yeah, I did. Look, can you see what this is? It's an embroidery. Can you see that?
Ah, yes.
And it's
yes.
the Black Widow. It's got little Black Widow things everywhere.
Wow, it's amazing.
I've got so many things. Scarlett gave me a beautiful photo from our first day of shooting. Yeah. So I've got lots of beautiful things. Yeah.
To remember the experience. Okay.
Yeah.